Yeah, I'm gonna make this video. This is prison stories. I seen the guy Chop Marks. He was in the feds. He was in B Sandy. Most of the stories that he put in his video, you can tell that's true, genuine, real. Big Hurt, he got his own prison channel. And then I seen this guy Dante, Dante, Dante show from Flint. This black guy. He making stories for prison stories to profit. I screen his stories, and I've seen the between the words, the lies that he's making lies. Or he making these prison stories. I don't know how much time he did, but I went in 1992, 1993. I got my number. My number is 2324. And I ain't gonna say the last digits. These guys making stories. Oh my God, this shit Hollywood, bro. This shit Hollywood. My 10 years in the penitentiary. I started up as a level one, a non-violent crime. Uh, I went in for original charges was unlawfully driving automobiles, breaking entry, and stolen firearms. I got a 40. I got 4 months, 5 year probation. Then I stole a car, and I got another year. And then I escaped from the minimum security, so I got another one. Anyway, I end up in prison, and I'm gonna tell you guys one story. This is a true story. I was in level 4 because I had 35 plus points. Um, and it was a guy named Beat Rene. Beat Rene, this big black guy. His name was Rene. I think he was a Mobite. And he was from Detroit. I think he got like 2, 3 natural lies. This guy's he don't give a fuck. He got so many lies. I mean, he got like 3 natural lies. He don't give a fuck. The other guy, I don't remember his name right off the top, but he was a Muslim, and they were gambling. You know, people that gamble in prison, that's gonna end up bad. And I guess they were playing cards, and the mobile guy, the beat right there, the mobile guy, he told the black guy, "Hey, I need to, I want, I gotta get paid," because he beat him in the card game. They were playing table games. They were gambling in the yard, and I guess the Muslim guy, but you know the worst play around. Guys gossip, and you end up finding out the true story. Because after I saw the stabbing, I found out what really was about. The Muslim guy, he told the black guy to get paid. He said, "Fuck you, I ain't paying you." And I went to the TV room that day, to watch TV. Cause they got a TV room, and sometimes be like 10, 15 people in there. Sometimes it be less. Depends. Sometimes it be more. Sometimes it be less. This day it was a few people in there. So I heard the commotion. I turned back. I seen this big black guy. Man, this guy's like 6'1", 6'2". He's a big tall guy. The guy right there, I saw he got a chain. He got a motherfucking bone crusher. I'm talking about this knife is long. This the knife he got on is about the length of a butcher knife. And I seen the Muslim guy running behind the. That's like it looked like a horseshoe. Um, there's no booth or anything. Anything to protect the guards. That's what the guards they have a button, and they'll open up the door for your cell, open and close when it's yard times, call outs, basics. So that's like the controllers for all the doors open. So I seen to make it short, I seen the black guy running for his life. The Muslim guy was running. The black guy with 3 natural life, he got the big old chain in his hand. You can see the guy was bleeding from the head. He stabbed him all over his head. He was bleeding. Blood was coming out of his fucking skull. And the my fucked up part about it is that he came in the TV room while everybody was watching TV. He came in there to stab the dude. He was swinging it. He was swinging anybody that got on the way. He was not swinging at the guy that he was stabbing. Thank God that he get out of. They was playing like Tom and Jerry. They were playing that game, and they was scrambling all over the TV rooms and the hallways. Part where they got the police controller. I seen the big black guy was chasing the other dude, and he was behind the controllers. he was going like this. He was trying to dodge the guy. He was swinging that knife, and the only thing that stayed between the two guys was the big horseshoe part where they got all the controllers. There's no booth, no wall, no doors, nothing. It's just a big old desk with controllers in it, and then they were playing in there. And a couple of minutes later, they came with the goon squad. They had like the chills, like the big old chills, they plastic glass, and it was like 50 to 100 of them motherfucking big white motherfuckers, man. Them motherfuckers weigh like 6'5". No, they like 6'5", and they probably weigh like 300 pounds. Big dudes. They bring the big old dudes in, and they crush big redneck. They crush his ass to the floor. I mean, they sandwich him like they tackle him like the NFL. First, they warn him. They like, you better drop that knife. The big black guy had a knife in his hand. The other dude was handcuffed. They like, you better drop that knife. And he didn't want to drop it, and he tackled his ass. That's one of the stories. There's another dude that got stabbed. I was in Muskegon Correctional Facility. This is a true story. He was going to chow, and it was these white dudes walking in front of me. They got stabbed up. They stabbed him in the shoulder right here, but this part right here. He got when they were on their back. Another black guy came in and stabbed him. And another dude yelled out. They said, "That's not him." They mistaken that guy. It was this black guy supposed to get stabbed, and they stabbed the white dude. He had nothing to do with it. They mistaken him by his bunkie. Man, but I hear stories here. People making stories, man. When I was in prison, none of that shit happened, man. Ain't nobody put no fucking candy bars in my cell. Ain't nobody put no boxers in my cell. Ain't nobody put no candy. And the thing is that he said the Latino guy Santiago that he was in the shower and that and the guy who was raping that he bought his dick, that he bite his dick on the shower and the guy was swinging. That's not true. Ain't no black guy gonna be raping no Latino, and especially he's a gangster. He know what he got coming when he go to another yard and another prison, a prison in Michigan. The other Latinos, they're gonna kill his asses. Nobody put no hands on no. This guy Dante, he's lying. He's lying to his fucking show. He should be banned from TV. He's fucking lying. Nobody put their hands on nobody without approval. I did time in prison. I seen this shit. I used to run with the guys. I used to see how it was. The rule is you don't put your hands on nobody. You got to talk it over, man. Unless you're crazy enough to do it, there's gonna be consequences. For this guy to say that he raped a white dude and he put that he took the that he beat the charge because the white dude he raped, he got knocked out in the shower and everybody took off when he was raping him. That's not true. Most of the time they got fucking CEOs washing the image, taking a shower. So it's almost impossible for him to rape him and nobody know about. And second of all, he got that story from Alabama, from what that big guy where he had on fuck boys, and he said that he learned from the old guy. He put he put the Vaseline on his butthole, and they told the guy to put his finger and dip it in the Vaseline so they don't call it a rape. If they get caught doing something, sexual act. That's not true, man. Most of the people in prison who do this shit, they'll probably push up on a guy that they know that they can do this to. If they know that you're soft and that you ain't gonna do nothing bad. They know they ain't gonna do that to no gangster guy, to no hyper guy, to no guy, especially if you know somebody in the yard because they're gonna get this guy. I'm gonna tell you another story. This is true stories. I'm not bragging. I'm not the hottest guy around, but I survived the 10 years in prison. This guy Dante is lying. This shit don't happen like this, bro. But this is true stories. There was a guy in Neymar. His name was Moy. This guy is like 3'9", 4, not even 4 feet tall. He was like a midget, and he went to the child hall Neymar. I wasn't around when it happened, but it's a big black guy, muscle guy. The worst. He took his cereal. He took his food. And the other Mexican guy, they didn't do shit about it because the dude was too big, like an NFL linebacker. And I was about to go home. I was in Neymar. I was maxing out on the 2 to 10. I ain't gonna get involved in anything. I'm about to go home. I'm not gonna get involved. And people said you can go home. You don't have to get yourself involved, only if you want to, because they know they need me to go to the street. People know that I was going to the street. I was maxing out. And I'm going to the child. I'm on G Block, Michigan Reformatory, inside the block, inside the walls. This is back in 1999, 1998. And I seen the black guy going to child, and I saw a bunch of people following him. I saw the big old crowd of people, like 10 or 15 Latinos. They jumped this black guy, and they beat him up. Man, they kicked him. He was a fucking big guy. Not even one guy could get. That's true story. I'm gonna have to give some of the credit to the black guy. That black guy was big as fuck. He was a big muscle guy, like an NFL work player, man. There ain't no way one guy could fuck him up, you know. Sometimes like they go like that in prison. Sometimes you gotta have 10, 15 guys jumping on one dude just to get him. That's the only way they got him on the floor. Cause like 10, 15 guys jumped him and they stabbed him with a pencil. They spit on him. They threw a padlock on his ass. They hit him with a chain. I seen all this shit unfold. I was like going to the child. I was like, man, I ain't going home in like 3, 4 days. I don't want to get myself involved. I saw one guy drop the knife. It was like a knife, but it was rusted, but it was curvy. Like it's called the Colba knife. It was a homemade chain. Man, shit like that. But this guy down there, he making stories like everybody was getting raped. Like it seems like every joint he went, somebody got raped. That's bro. I did 10 years in prison, man. Only one time I heard somebody got their booty taken. I seen riots and shit jump up, but it was very rare. Most people in there, they ain't want no drama. People trying to go home. All cats, they got their fuck boys and shit, but Dante's lying, bro. He's fucking lying, bro. He's making too many stories about people running up in people's cells, torturing. Man, they got guards making rounds. That shit cannot happen like that, bro. I'm telling you, man. When I was in MR, when you take a shower, they cigar, they cigar in the desk, and the showers, they got like a 3 feet aluminum part, like a part like that, the metal part, or concrete, whatever. So that's the only thing that's covering you from, so they can see you taking a shower naked, or when you got closer. And the police is right there watching you. And when you take in that shower and you finish, you go back to your cell and they close it. Only way I see it is police have to make it around it and they leave the area by themselves. But most of the time, they was always a CEO, and they the ones who break the door, and the ones who close the door when you take a shower. I was in MR. I was in G Block. I seen people get stabbed in the yard, jumped up, but none of that shit that he's saying, it's true stories. That shit. I saw his show, bro. He's lying, bro. I don't say it happens. It happens, but the way he make it seems like it's like 1,000 people got raped. He said, dude, black dude got raped, and 5 guys ran up in his cell, and one was holding the door. Man, they got cameras in the hallways. The police can see everything, bro. It's very rare. I'm gonna tell you this true story. This is a true story. I'm not making this shit up. There was a black guy in Saginaw. I was in SRF, Saginaw Correctional Facility, when they first opened. And there was a black guy there. That was there for a long time. And I guess he got like a life in prison. He got one of them bets. But there was a seal, a blonde. She looked good. And you know how they go contact, and he was taking a shower. That's how the story went, because everybody told the story after what happened. You find out. That's to find out. That's why they lock us up. And I guess the white shit was making around everybody in their bunk, and it's time for, if you're not in your bunk, you can take and charge you with escape. They can push you on the hole. You out to give you out of place ticket. I guess he was taking a shower, and the lady was like, "You gotta go in your bunk." And he opened up the door, and he was masturbating. And the dude he took his liquids, he took his sperm, he put it on his hand, and then he took the hand. The black guy took the hand, and he snatched it. He throw the sperm in the girl's face, and then she hit the panic button, and about 50 police guards, they came through there and they fucking smashed this dude. They beat his ass in the hole. Oh, you fuck with a CO, you gonna get what you got coming. He ain't fucking with no chemo. These guys lie. They got blind spots and everything. Most level 4s, level 3s. It depends what person you are. Most of them got cameras. They can see the hallways. They got guards watching everything. It's almost hard to get away with something, bro. You might get away with in a blind spot in the yard. And I'm gonna tell you a story. This is a true story. A true story. This is not a lie. I'm not making this. I'm not gonna make a dime out of this. I'm not getting nothing by lying. This is. I seen this from before with my own hand, with my own eyes. Uh, there was this Puerto Rican guy. He was skinny, dude, man, like dark skinny. Sleep back here. Always wear khaki. He was back then. We had proper. He used to wear khaki clothes, khaki shirt, khaki pants. I used to see him. He was cool as hell. And there was this big black guy. He did something to the game. He was a Latin king. But after I found out that man that it don't matter how big you are. This dude had no muscles. This guy was 150 pounds wet or something. I'm telling you, I seen this. I was in the back 40 in Chippewa Correctional Facility in the URF, and they were playing baseball. I seen this dude with a padlock. I ain't gonna lie, I saw him going to bat 40, walking one way, and the opposite guy, the big black guy, was walking by. There was a gym. They had a gym where you lift weights, or they had this metal roof and like fence around, and like in the back 40 where you could work out. I saw the whole thing because I was in the yard, but I was watching my surroundings. There's a bunch of cops in front of me because people were sitting there by the cops too, like, cause everything is full. So we were watching the baseball game. There's some cops right there, and I saw that dude pull the padlock with out of his waistband. I saw he hit the black guy hard. I mean, he hit this motherfucker on his forehead like two, 3 times. The dude went down like a big old tree, like a pine tree. He went down like this. Boom! I was like, damn, bro, man, that dude's a great example, man. You don't have to be a big guy to fuck somebody up. You can have all the muscle. He guy was working around. I think he was buffling people in the yard. He was buffling people in the union. He did something, man. I found out they took that dude on a stretcher. He never came back. He was in critical condition because the Puerto Rican guy who hit the black guy, he cracked his skull right here, man. Man, you know what? This and he lies. Most of the prisons here they run by Islamic groups. When I was in Michigan, nobody runs the prison yards. Most of there's no one particular group. The most people who run the yard was the Mobites. They had a 5 point star here, you know what I'm saying? With all the letters and shit. They go like that. Islam, they got the Muslim, the Melanics, the GDs, nothing counting. None of them run the yard. Most of the yard was run by Mobites. And there's penalties. They if you're a Mobite or you're one of those guys, and they find out that you having a sexual relationship with another inmate, you're gonna be taken out of that yard. And all the black guys in there, they will not permit that. Nobody put hands on nobody in no yard unless you talk to somebody. This dude's lying about Santiago buying the guy. He was a gangster. That he got a baby face and he bite his guy's dick off and shit. This fucking Dante should be banned from TV. He making lies. That shit don't happen. No, the Latinos when they get there, they get approached by other Latinos. They call the hasta Hispanics striving towards Americans. Most of the Latinos in prison, they're cool. Most of the black guys, they like that drama shit. I seen that black guy beat another black guy in the TV room for a fucking ramen noodle, bro. A fucking ramen noodle. I was sitting there watching TV. I was in Carron Correction Facility in Jackson Level 2, and I was watching TV. I was in the back of the TV room watching TV because I like to watch TV. And this black guy was sitting down in it, and another black guy came in and he took one of the metal chairs, he beat him up with that chair. Outside, he hit him and beat him up. He assaulted him with that chair. He was on the ground. He was assaulting him, kicking him up and everything. And another black guy yelled out, "Hey, bro, I could have gave you the soup. You beat another guy. You guys went to the hole for a ramen noodle." The guy said, "It's not a ramen noodle. It's a principle behind it. Black people are patty. I was in prison, it's true. And most of the black guys in prison are gay. I'm not lying to you. I'm not making this up. I'm not bashing black people. I met some black people in prison that were cool, but the 90% of the population is black, and that's just the way it is. Most of the homosexual predators there are black. They like to prey on young, weak people. They see people that's weak, or they know if they fuck, they know not to fuck with no gangs members. They know who they're fucking with. They know who they're doing this shit to, and they're not gonna do it to another motherfucker. They're gonna stand to them because they know if they do, they're gonna have consequences and they're gonna get deal with it. That's just fucking. That's a lie, bro. That shit is a lie. I want to make my own channel and I want to uncover these fucking guys who be making these lies up. This shit don't not happen like that. You mind your own business. you cool. You know that shit happened. It's just these dudes be lying, bro. I was inside for 10 years. I was in Michigan Reformatory in Jackson, 11 block. I seen all that shit. And I'm not a violent guy. And then ain't no gang. I survived. Only they know you soft. They gonna try you, bro. I'm telling you, these dudes be lying, bro. Maybe in Texas, California, but not in Michigan prisons. Michigan prisons, people want to get the hell out of there, bro, because motherfuckers been down 20, 40, 50, 60 years. And they got appeals. They're trying to get to. It'll be the young guys who doing that stupid shit. It's not like he's saying. That's not true. They got predators. They got people that are predators. That's a true story. They got predators. They got people that they prey. You know, they got people that run up in your cell. They will take all your shit. You know, thank God nobody took my shit when I was there. You know, but I seen dudes run up on cells and just grab people's TVs. And they know you're a child molester or a woman beater. You're gonna have a hard time in prison because when you go in there, you got when I went in '93, you have to show your paperwork. I have to show my paperwork. I have to show the paperwork. I have to show my paperwork to the people in the yard. Dante's lying, bro. You cannot be in no yard. You gotta show your present investigation. You have to show your case to the people in the yard so they know you're not a rat or a snitch. You cannot. Then they're not gonna allow you to hang out with people. You cannot hang out with another inmate until you show your paperwork. You're on probation. This fucking black guy from Flint, he's lying to you, bro. He making all these stories about people putting peanut butter in people's butt and raping them, bro. You fucking hilarious, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's dangerous, bro. They got riots when I was in there and stabbings. I went there when the gangs, when the people had clothes, they had bandanas. You see the Latin towns, you see the Latin kings, you see the GDs, you see the motorbikes. I went neutral, cool to everybody, but even though you cannot do it, but Michigan is different. It was different. I mean, I said what's up to all the Latino guys, man. That's it, bro. Keep on going, bro. I rode with people, but at the same time, was not with the people because I only had like 1 year to go. I have to keep myself out of trouble because if I hang out with those guys, anything jumped off, I could catch another case. That's always in the back of my head, catching another case. These Dante guys be lying though. That's not true. They got predators. They know who they do that shit to. They know that another dude that's hard. That's gonna fight back. They're not gonna try. Man, that shit's dangerous, bro. I'm not glorifying. I wouldn't recommend nobody go to prison. People, we got predators, man. Sometimes they got gangs of predators. They'll have 4 or 5 predators preying on the guy. It's fucking shit. You can tell when shit's jumping off because you can tell by the language. There was a lot of times when shit jumped off and I wasn't wrong. You can tell there's something about to jump off. My homeboy, his name Rivera Bay. Shout out to him. I don't know if he's still locked up or he's dead. But this is back in 1998. I was in the up north. He was a Mobite, Riviera Bay. He was running with the Mobite. Puerto Rican guy from Detroit. He said, "Hey man, let me have your padlock." I was like, "What you want my padlock for?" I ain't got no property. I ain't got shit. I only got a pack of cookies. I never kept property so they can steal from me anyways. I buy a pack of cookies, 2 noodles from the store, and I eat it all up just to keep myself out of trouble. Because people will come in here trying to steal your shit. So never bought a lot of shit anyways. I bought enough for one day and I eat it all up. And this guy named Rivera Bay, this is true story. I'm in a level 4 security level. I'm in level 4 because of my points. I'm in level 4. So he went by my cell. He's like, "Hey, bro, let me have your padlock." "Why you want my padlock, bro? That shit costs like $10. I had a padlock. "And let me have your leather belt." I was like, "Why?" "Because the shit's about to jump off. A riot." So I let him have it. Man, he told me. I thought he was lying. He's like, "Yo, when you go to the shop, when they break the doors, couple of minutes into the walking, you're gonna hear the sirens." And I exactly like he said, I gave him my padlock and my leather belt. He was gonna hit somebody in the yard with the mobites. I think it was the mobites, GDs, vice lords. They was going out there at the yard. I heard the sirens. Wah, wah. Man, that day 80 people went to almost the whole unit. But they turned me back. I didn't even make it to the child house. Police said you gotta go back to your units. Something jumped up in the yard. They lock everybody up. It's locked up for 2, 3 weeks in that fucking motherfucker for eating sandwiches. People got stabbed and hit up. People got assaulted. Yeah, it was the Mobites. Because the Mobites is the biggest group in the yard. It's a bunch of black guys. They call them Mobites. They run organized crime. They were like 200 of them in the yard. So they didn't want to have no problems with none of them. You're not gonna win. I mean, you might be able to go to war with them, but you're not gonna win because they got so many numbers. They got everybody want to join the Mobites. So was like the Vice Lord because they had the 5 point star symbol. Like the Vice Lords, Latin Counts. They all run with the Mobites. And then the Melanics had the 6 point star with the GDs run. They look up to the Melanics. All the 6 point games stars. They look up to the Melanics. They run like that. It was a big riot. And later on, I went through the hole. Yeah, and then they find out a bunch of knives. I'm talking about them motherfuckers had knives. They had metal detectors and everything. I was in a steamboat. I look at the window. I seen the police. They had these big ass pieces of metal. They were like 5, 6 feet long. These fucking had swords, man. They was gonna stick somebody with that shit. They end up confiscating over 100 knives. I don't know. Somebody told something. I don't know. People in prison, they talk a lot. They always find out. You can tell when something's about to jump off. People talk. People gossip. Hey, something about to jump off. Save your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Things like that because it's prison life, bro. You gotta be careful, man. You can't trust nobody, man. You don't know in this what cell you're going into, who bunking with. You don't know if he's a serial killer or anything like that. You don't know, man. Prison is real. But this Dante guy, he's making stories that is fucking exaggerating. Most prisons, man, they wouldn't allow to rape you somebody. It has to be a reason why they rape another dude, bro. He had it coming. They got laws, man. They got prison codes, bro, out there, man. This fucking Dante guy, he's lying, bro. Don't believe anything he say.